What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Bryan Adams. Once again, big thank you to Michaela for providing a specially curated playlist, and the next tune of the playlist I am actually familiar with. I don't think I've heard this for a long time, but parenthetically, Everything I Do, and then the second half of the proper title, I Do It For You, this is definitely one I've heard before. What I recall is that it has a slow dance ballad type form sonically, and lyrically I don't recall much outside of the title phrase, though I can definitely hear the melody of the chorus in my head. But yes, I believe it to be very singularly devoted and a singularity of purpose, which I suppose is obvious given the title, but yes, I remember this being a devoted and singular love song, which again has kind of a slow dance vibe to it musically. So let's see what it is and how close to what I'm remembering is what's actually there. This is Bryan Adams. The song is parenthetically Everything I Do, and then the normal part of the title is I Do It For You.
Look into my eyes, you will see what you mean to me. Such a heart,
epic, to say the least. Again, I didn't know much about him going into this deep dive, though, oddly enough, I did know this song, though. It's funny, like, hearing it here, I feel like this could be a ballad from Bon Jovi, who I've also been going through, who Michaela also shared, in that it's a bit more rock ballad than I was recalling in my head. And secondarily, the feeling of the song, it's on the same level as a number of heavier songs that I've heard from Bon Jovi so far. So yeah, I don't know if this is sort of, off the reservation in terms of being an unusual comparison, but definitely, like, in the moment I found myself thinking here, like, if you change the voice a little bit, and maybe not all that much, like both John Bon Jovi and Bryan Adams, they've got scratch to their vocals when they really push it, which people who know my channel will know I'm very fond of voices that have that rasp and scratch to them. And yeah, there were a couple moments early on where Bryan was already, like, on that high level, even though the song would kind of get bigger and more epic as it went along. And definitely, as I said, a bit more of a rock ballad. I mean, I still think it works as like a slow dance kind of ballad, but it's more of a power ballad than I was thinking in advance. And I do enjoy that false ending where I really thought it was over, which already would have been, I want to say, like 4.5 minutes. So this is maybe 6.5. So yeah, I like the last couple minutes, which felt like it was a real, like, vibes section of the tune. I mean, we get more vocals, but overall it felt like, let's just ride this feeling, which again, for a dancing song, or a song that you put on in the bedroom with the person to whom you feel similarly devoted as the lyrics of this song, it feels like that would be just an atmospheric reflection or expression of the sentiment and the themes that are being sung about and felt. But yeah, again, I really enjoy his vocal performance here. I like the epic ballad guitar work. I do also enjoy the keyboards. I mean, there was like an organ layer in there, but also like a line that was more true piano sounding. And yeah, as I said, I don't know where or when I heard this. It probably was played at a slow dance that I went to at some point. If it was out in the 90s, that's entirely likely, which I think it is, right? I guess I could look it up, but basically, this feels like the kind of song that they would have played at, one of my high school proms or, winter formals, what have you. It's like that type of tune. And again, I really do enjoy the way the feeling of the song was clear right away just from his vocal work. And yeah, again, the idea of wanting or being willing to fight for someone, to lie for them, to die for them, everything he does is singularly focused. And so, there's no questioning the sincerity of his emotion and his desire, his commitment. It is an interesting thing in that we don't hear the other side. Not that I would expect it to be a two-sided song where she thinks, no, it's too much, you're too obsessional or whatever. It feels like the kind of song that would be reciprocated. But again, there's a number of songs I've heard over the years where the first half of the song you get one angle on it, and the second half of the song you get the other person's view. And sometimes that is, running at cross purposes. Sometimes it's in the same direction, but we get two voices, two perspectives on it. But here we only get one. Though again, I wouldn't expect that the reply to this would be like, thanks but no thanks. It feels like it's the kind of song that would be sung when there's already that tight commitment between people. So either way, it's epic, it has great vocals, and I am keen to hear more over time from Bryan, not only because I'm enjoying what I've heard so far, but stylistically, again, I wonder, do people have more keyboard-driven songs? Do they have more rock-type songs or, guitar-heavy songs? Do they do both of that? Is there piano? So I still don't quite have a handle on what to expect from Bryan sonically, but definitely vocally, I think he's on a very high level, and I've gotten a sense for, when he pushes it, when he has that fire and that scratch, what it sounds like. So in any case, thank you again to Michaela. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.